We have done the autopsy of the late Ilyas, Ali, an 11-year-old student at Visa Oshwal, and all the features are pointing to a case of drowning. And we have looked for other injuries, no other injuries apart from the features of drowning. So the cause of death is drowning, and I would just request the DCI to maybe look for circumstances, circumstantial evidence, so that we can maybe know the manner of death of the late student, 11-year-old. The only thing we are finding are features of drowning, and we are not getting any other injuries anywhere else. Well, I think that's a myth, because drowning is not drinking water or ingesting water. In drowning, you don't have to have water in the stomach. Drowning is, breathing in water. So there is water in the airway. There is some water fluid also in the stomach, but that's not an indicator of drowning. You may or you may not have water in the stomach.
When the parent went to collect the kid in the evening, he could not be able to get this particular child. He was handed over other children who he gave a guardian to take home. He mounted a search to look for the whereabouts of his dear child. Among the areas that he made a search is the swimming pool, where he found other children swimming. There was no indication that there was a body lying down there. The swimming pool is within the perimeter walls of the school. It's not accessed by anybody without the authority of the school. It is not an area you call a public place. It's purely a private institutional facility. My client looked for the child. He stayed in school up to around 10 p.m. He left. Today, at around 2:03 p.m., that is when information came that the minor has been found deceased in the swimming pool. Which means, if we take the arithmetic of the timing, that this child must have died in the swimming pool, then that child must have died in the swimming pool during school hours. If school hours end at 5 and the child has been found more than 18 hours, the doctor, the pathologist has properly put it that there are no signs of immersion. The child was in water for a limited time, not exceeding 2 to 3 hours. Very fundamental questions arise. Where was this child from the time the teachers say the child escaped their eyesight? A duration of 18 hours. Number two, how did this child go to the swimming pool? The lessons, the timetable lessons don't indicate that this child was supposed to be in the swimming pool. Third, where was the guard who was in charge of that swimming pool? Is it a place where children walk to the swimming pool, swim without the guard, the lifeguard? The swimming pool, as the media have seen, to the far deep end, it is marked 10.5 meters. The height of this kid can't be more than 2 feet at 11 years old. Where was the school authority in terms of taking care of this child? Fourth, what happened? Did the school retrieve the minor from the swimming pool, keep the minor, the body elsewhere, came to dump it today in the swimming pool in the morning so that the signs of immersion are not there? The circumstances of drowning are three. One, accidental. Is there a possibility that this child died accidentally? If that is the theory, then that child could have stayed there until today and signs of immersion could have been found. The second theory of drowning is if this child was committing suicide, decided to hide from the teachers, go and jump and commit suicide. If that child committed suicide, it could be around 2 to 3 p.m. last night. It was retrieved after a duration of more than 18 hours. No signs of immersion are appearing. The third theory for suicide is when it is done by somebody else with a purpose of murdering. This child being brought, immersed in water, breathes water inside, dies, and that person either leaves the body there for 18 hours, the signs of immersion could have come. Did this child get immersed in water, removed from there, kept elsewhere, with a motive of going to drop this child, the body, in a place that cannot be found? Those are the fundamental questions the parents are asking. The DCI has removed the suspicion of sodomy. And as family, we have raised that question that we will need an analysis whether this child underwent sodomy. The DCI and government analysts have taken the swab to determine, to investigate. We shall also be sending our pathologists to be present when that type of investigation is being conducted. This is a clear case of negligence, outright. The DCI has taken some of the exhibits. None of the clothes are exhibits, raising very serious fundamental questions. Did this child come to school in a swimming costume, or did this child come to school in a school uniform that was removed? The body of the child here is in a costume. So fundamentally, the circumstances are that the scene of the crime was tampered with.
Need a cab? Order Faras. Get 10% cashback in form of Faras miles. Convert your miles to airtime, data, or M-Pesa. Faras. Safe. Affordable. Convenient.